my ageless hotties. I'm so glad to see you back on my channel today. Today we are going to talk about another request that I got several times when I was saying what kind of content would you guys like on my channel, and it was eyeliners. Alright, so with all these eyeliner choices, what in the world is the best kind of eyeliner? And I've been asked this so many times, and you know, a lot of people say, oh, I just love how you do your eyeliner. Well, I have a secret for you. I hardly ever wear any eyeliner. And it's not that because I'm older, and it's not because I can't do it, although I probably mess it up more times than I do it well. But I think I used to wear a lot more eyeliner when I was younger. And I think that you just feel like you look more dramatic. But there are ways to do that where you don't even have to use eyeliner. I'm going to show you that today. And also another question I get asked all the time is, what is the best eyeliner? Well, that question really, there should be no right answer to that question. It needs to be based on your experiences, your needs, and what you want your eyes to look like. Remember that just because somebody who you trust has told you, oh, this is like the world's best eyeliner, go out and get this right now. And then when you put it on, because you're used to putting on the same way you've always done it, or you do it differently than your friend, or you have different shaped eyes, or you have a different look you were going for, then you're gonna say, this is the crappiest eyeliner I've ever used. Why in the world would you recommend that to me? I thought you were my friend. And they are your friend. It just works differently on different people. Last video, I shared with you guys a video tutorial on what to look for in mascaras. And that's another question that I get asked all the time is, your eyelashes are so long, what mascara do you use? And it's not that the mascara makes my eyelashes long. I just have freakishly long eyelashes. So as a result, I battle with mascara, trying to get it on, trying to get my eyelashes separated so I don't look like a big clumpy freak and things like that. And so I have to deal with a lot of that. So the mascara that you pick or that I like is not going to look the same on you as it does on me, or your friend as it does on you. So you just have to ask yourself several questions that we asked about the mascaras in the last video, and that is, what are your needs? What's the look you're trying to go for? What shape eyes do you have? What shape eyes would you like? And then what are some tricks that we can do to use eyeliner to make those effects? Or do you need eyeliner at all? And that's what I'm going to show you today, is a way to kind of achieve a little bit bigger look. So there are little tricks that you can do. And of course, there's lots of makeup artists out there who are going to do a lot better job than me showing you how to really, really achieve some of these looks. But the nice thing is we live in such a great technology world where there's probably a YouTube video on just about anything you could desire to watch. So there's just so much information out there. We live in such a great time where you can just pop on the internet, look at Google, look at YouTube, and say, I want to do this, show me how. And a video will probably pop up and show you how. So, I'm not going to go through too much detail today. Like I said, I'm really not wearing eyeliner too much these days, and let me tell you why. First of all, there's all kinds of different eyeliners, and you have to also, there's some decisions that you have to make. I think a lot of people just want to say, just tell me what eyeliner you use and I'll go buy it, and that'll make it so easy, because there's so many out there, it can get so overwhelming. So do this before you even leave the house, and this will help a little bit. First of all, decide what kind of eyeliner you like. This is an eyeliner from Hikari that I got in a makeup subscription box, and this is the kind that is sharp, and then as it starts to kind of wear down a little bit, you twist it and it turns up a new sharp end. And it's more of a pencil. There's gel liners, there's pencil liners. This is not really a pencil, this is more of a I don't know, crank up the handle eyeliner. So if you like that kind, there's that kind. And of course, a lot of people rave about this eyeliner. This is the Kat Von D Tattoo eyeliner, and it is a very thin, almost like a little marker tip. And if you were trying to flick your eyeliner up, this is a really good one to use, because it has that little felt tip with a little thin end, so that as you go up, you can kind of flick it up just a little bit and you'll get that desired look. So this is actually a really top seller right now. But if you can't work this and you're not comfortable with it, then it's not going to work out for you. So you just have to decide, what are my goals? What do I want? What do I want to mess with? How much time do I have in the morning to get ready? And do I want to mess with this enough to where I'm going to practice it? But you have to practice doing it. And like I said, there's lots and lots of really good videos out there on how to do these things too. Then there are things like this one from, ooh, who's this from? Oh, this is from NYX, NYX. And this is the super skinny marker. So it's even thinner so that you can get that little flick if you wanted to do that little cat eye there. So those are the kinds of tips on those. And then of course we get into, do you want some glitter? You want some glitter? I don't know where that accent came from, but it just seemed like it. So anyway, when you pull these out, they have just a little bit of glitter, a little bit of color, and they have a little brush that you have to kind of dip in because it'll run out on the brush and you have to keep doing that. And that you want to keep just really, really close to your eyelash line so that there's just a little sparkle behind your eyelash. You can really overdo it with glitter, especially when you get to be older. And so I think that's why a lot of people are like, glitter's not for me, I'm too old, so that would look ridiculous on me. Well, no, you just have to do it correctly, and you can still have access to these glitter eyeliners if you will do it correctly, which is to just hug your eyelash line just right there so there's just a little bit of sparkle, and people are not really quite sure. Is she wearing glitter on her eyelids, or does she just have a sparkling personality and she just has these bright eyes because she's not old? Because she's ageless, and we don't believe in that. There are also some other things that you can do. This is an eyeliner from ColourPop, and some of these you'd be like, what kind of eyeliner is that? And there are these kind of eyeliners now that I wish I had had when I was in college and I was trying to look awake. But they are flesh colored, or they are you can also get white ones. And here's another one actually that I just got, I love, which is from Stella. It's the Brilliant Eye Brightener, and it looks like this. And you put it on inside your lower lash line, your waterline, like this, and it really makes you look awake, especially from afar. And so just that little bit of color down there, which when I was growing up, I don't think I would have ever imagined that that's what goes right there. But it's such a great look. That's such a great look, and it makes you look so much more awake. And so it just brightens up your eyes a little bit. So it kind of plays on the white part of your eye and makes it look a little bit bigger. So these are amazing. ColourPop has a couple. I have another couple of white ones. With the white one, you have to be a little bit more delicate because you can overdo it and that looks a little freaky. But these are a couple of really good ones, ColourPop and Stella for these. Or this is the Thrive. Anyway, it is from Thrive Causemetics, and I'll put everything in the description box. Hi, puppy. My puppy came to see me. A couple of colored ones, if you are into not just black eyeliner, these are some ones that I really, really love. And these are from Pur Minerals. They're called the Double Ego. And the neat thing about these are, we have a couple of different colors. They have a regular, pencil kind of end, if you like that, if you want a little bit bolder line. And then the other end, that's in, and you flip it over, and it has a really thin brush for you to be able to flick a wing or to get a hug a little bit closer to your eyelash line if you want to. So aren't those cool? And here's the blue one. And they have a couple other colors, I think, but I just love how one end has the little bit thicker pencil end, and then the other end has the brush. So I really like these. These are from Pur Minerals, so these are really nice. And you can actually get these at Kohl's. They carry Pur Minerals. So I like those. And then you can get into some really fun things, like Tarte released these duo eyeliners, or let's see, Eye Jewels they're called. So the Tarte Eye Jewels. And this is neat because one end has a little brush to do like a silver liner. And that's just a little chrome color. And then you flip it over and you have a little bit of glitter that you can put on. So I love these eyeliners, and of course you see there's so many and they can be overwhelming. So you just have to decide, are you going to a party? Like, this might not be something that you want to wear to the office. It might. Eyeliners, and of course there's eye pencils that you can just sharpen and go from there. Laura Geller has a nice one that is just a pencil in. So there's just so many. And it's really hard to choose from if you are just looking at it like that. But if you will decide what it is that you want to do with it before you do it, and then realize too that the tighter in you draw your eyeliner, the smaller your eye is going to look. So if your goal is to make your eyes look bigger, then you don't want to draw that black ring all the way around your eye because that's going to sink your eye back. Remember that any kind of dark color is a shadow, so it's going to make everything drop back. So if you have maybe extremely large eyes and you wanted that to happen, then drawing them across, you know, all the way around is great. If you have someone who has a really bright color in their eye, that black is probably okay to do that. But when you're somebody like me, who my eyes are kind of a little bit sunken now, and of course the nose is getting bigger from aging, and I need to start learning how to contour that a little bit better. They're like, thanks for saying that. That's all we can see. But outlining the outer part of your eye here and kind of flicking it up this way, and then just the outer third of this part, you know, kind of meeting that is really all you need, and that will kind of pull your eye this way instead of sinking it in this way. So think about the way you're wearing it, and that will also help you choose a good eyeliner. There's also, to throw another wrinkle into the eyeliner game, there's also these ones that of course are gel eyeliners that come in a little pot like this, and then they are like this. And then you can get some really adorable little tiny baby brushes. This is actually my favorite one. And oh, I forgot where I got this from. I think this is by Essence. This is a little tiny baby eyeliner brush, and I love it, love it, love it so much because it's so tiny and you have a lot more control, and it's stiff enough and it has this nice little angle on it for you to be able to really control where that goes. And so if you're somebody that doesn't want to mess with any of those pencils, and it just, you can't do it right, and it's smudging everywhere, and you're drawing, you know, pictures on you and your cat and everybody else that's in the house carpet, you might want to switch to a gel liner with a brush, because then it can be controlled a lot easier and you can put it exactly where you want it to go, instead of like maybe a kind of a fat pencil that needed to be sharp and you didn't realize that. So as you pull it on, it's this big thick line, and then you're late for work and you have to wash it all off, and it's just a big mess. So these are really nice because just a little paint pot, dip your brush in, and you can guide on there where you want that to go, and then you can even do a flick up like that. So there's a couple of those, and of course there's black, but there's all kinds of colors now. Kylie Cosmetics, and here's that one, shout out to Kylie, is one that has like several different really pretty colors of gel. So it's not just about black anymore. There's lots and lots of different color gel eyeliner as well, and of course they work really well with these nice little brushes. However, if you get some from Kylie Cosmetics, you get your own little Kylie brush, and that's what hers looks like. So those are pretty neat. Okay, so I first wanted to show you why I don't wear eyeliner. And first of all, it's because, like I said, I don't want my eyes to look sunken or to look small. So eyeliner was just doing that to me. No matter what I did, I tried to just keep a tight line up here. I tried the wing flick. I tried to do it just under here. I've tried it on my waterline, and I just don't get the look that I was looking for. So there are a couple of really great brushes that I'm gonna suggest to you. And I know I'm a big Morphe fan, but this one honestly is a really good one. So this is the Morphe. Thanks for not putting the number on here. This is by Morphe, and I think it's just from one of the sets that were put out recently. It's one of the brand new sets, but it's pretty stiff. It's not like a fluffy brush, and so that it gives you this really nice line because there's resistance right there. It's not a fluffy brush. It's one to put on under here. And so I'm gonna go into the Maneater palette from Tarte, and if you were wondering whether to get this, get it. It's just beautiful. Look at the colors. Aren't they pretty? And there is an entire look, or 5 or 10, all in this one palette. And of course, there's a little bit of highlighter there for inner corner and things like that. So what I do when I'm trying to do the eyeliner, because I'll tell you the one thing that bothers me about wings, and that is that when you do a wing after you've done your eyeshadow, then you've got your eyeshadow all beautiful and all blended out. And of course, I've had mine on for all day, so it looks probably pretty heinous right now. But anyway, once you've done all your eyeliner, all your eyeshadow, then you go and you do this wing right over the top of that and right here. And then maybe you've done some really pretty work under here with some eyeshadow, and then you have to connect that to that black wing, and all of a sudden it breaks that pretty line that you did. So to me, I'm not a big cat eye fan, but it does elongate your eye. It looks really pretty. So if you want to practice doing that, you can also do it with eyeshadow. So for this look, I would go into the dark color here, and I would start to put that under here. And of course, then if you want it to be a line, just leave it like that. But if you want it to be smoked out, you could also go for one of the, this is a Royal Langnickel pencil brush right there. And then you could smoke that out a little bit if you didn't want that harsh line right there. Okay, and then what you can do with this other brush while you're doing that is kind of connect this up and then just flick it up this way. And then you've got this really nice, and then just connect this as you go into here, and then you'd want to then get a fluffy brush like this and start to kind of blend that in. But you've got that flick going right there. And that really helps when you have aging eyes, because there's all these little wrinkles. I will tell you a funny story. I may have already told you this, but when I was trying to do a wing liner the very first time, I got the Kat Von D tattoo liner that I liked, and I went along like this, and I did this trick where I pulled my, I have all these wrinkles in my eye because I'm old, so I pulled it across like that to make sure that the liner kind of followed that line, and it was this beautiful line, and I had it going up here, and in fact I'll show you. So I had it going like this, and then I got to here and drew it up, and then I was like, okay, that looks pretty good. And then the skin snapped back, and so did my beautiful line. It was just mush. And so all of a sudden I had this mushy black smudge right there. And I was like, what happened to that line that I drew up here? So that's why you don't want to pull your skin back to make that line, unless you can overcompensate for it and draw it way up. But then you can get into some other issues. So that is a trick to make your eyes look bigger. If you ever go watch Nikki Tutorials videos, and or even on Snapchat, if you follow her, she'll like do a whole eye, and then she'll wait to do the other one. And when you look at the difference between her two eyes, this eye looks huge, and this eye, doesn't have mascara or eyelashes or eyeshadow on it yet. So you can see the difference in what she does. It just makes your eyes look really, really big. So I'd encourage you to go watch her videos, especially the Power of Makeup that I told you inspired me to start this channel. And then that will really show you what a good winged eyeliner looks like. And I think she may say in that one, or maybe in another one, like, don't pull your skin out because you won't get a real good feel for that line. So what did I do? Pull the skin out. And as soon as I had that pretty line, snapped right back, and it all went right back in here. Like everything was like kicked in here. So that's why I like the eyeshadow trick better, because as you're doing it, so I can find my brush, as you're doing it, you can control where it's gonna go, and then you can try to pull it this way. And if it makes a line or something weird, all you have to do is just blend it into the rest like you already did. So then, of course, I can barely see what I'm doing, but that's what you want the flick to look like. The worst thing that you can do, though, especially if you're trying to make your eyes look bigger, is to have everything go down and pull all your eyeshadow down. And then, of course, have a bunch of black lines under here that also make everything look down. It makes your eyes look droopy and tired. So try to pull everything up, and that's really what that flick is supposed to be for. And then you can just, blend it in, and it looks like you did it on purpose. There are some tricks that people do where I've seen them put their eyeshadow palette, the mirror part, right here, and that they've used this as a guide to make a good liner, either with shadow or with the eyeliner. And you can do that. Or I've seen people put pieces of tape right there. But you do get a pretty harsh line when you do that, but all you have to do is really just go back and kind of feather that line so that you don't see it again. Okay, so that's basically it. And then the other thing that I highly recommend doing, which I had never heard of before, is to highlight that inner corner. And that also really brightens up your eyes. I've gotten so many compliments and people aren't really sure what they're complimenting. They'll be like, you know what, your eyes just look so much brighter these days, or your makeup looks really nice, or they're not really sure what to say. But what they're trying to say is, I grabbed a little bit of highlighter and went into this inner corner and highlighted that, so that that's another trick to kind of pull your eyes open and wake a little bit more. And like I said, I've gotten a lot of compliments on like, you just look much more awake and you look younger. And while I have to say, I don't care, I'm ageless, it is kind of nice to hear that, I have to say. So today I've told you a lot about eyeliners and eyeshadow for liners and things like that. So I hope it's answered a few of your questions that you had. Like I said, there's so many, and again, it's just like the mascara video that I did a little bit earlier, and I'll link it down here in the description box if you want to go watch that one. But eyeliners have to be for you. They have to be the look that you're looking for. It has to be the eyes that you have. What kind of look are you going for? Do you have to go to work all day? Are you going to a party where it's not going to need to stay on that long? Do you have contacts? Do you have glasses? Are you just somebody that likes to rub your eyes all day? So you have to kind of think like, what's going to work best for you? Is there the best eyeliner? Probably not. It's what's best for you. So when you're choosing an eyeliner, make sure that you take all these things into consideration. Don't forget that if you like this video today, to hit that thumbs up like button down below, and please subscribe and invite your friends to subscribe so that we can grow our community here together and be ageless together. So I will leave you with that today. Thanks for joining me, and remember that you are only as old as you tell people you are. Cheers. See you next time.